Hello, this Catalyst 360 and Northern Lights Publishing bring you a roundtableette, 10 or so minutes with a roundtable regular. Today's roundtableette is with author and apiary Amy Olmedo. Hello, folks, and welcome again to another 10-minute roundtableette. It may go longer than 10 minutes because today's guest is Amy Olmedo, and she's a talker. But anyway, Amy's going to tell us about her building a bridge made out of trees, which she had cut down mercilessly because she's ruthless on her farm. Anyway, Amy is a fantasy author. Her latest book is White Heron, which is available on Amazon, by the way. And I'm hoping that she has a good time and will tell us all about herself and why she's on the roundtable. Amy, welcome. Thank you for being here. Tell us about yourself.
Well, actually, the bridge is it is a real bridge through my wetlands at my retreat that I'm using from the trees that I had to cut down to open up the farm road, which is actually probably over 100 years old at this time. But it's actually a metaphor as well. So I'm building a bridge between my old life and my new life. And so I hope to write about that in my next book. This book is called White Heron, a creation story, and it's all about my past and how I got to where I am now. I'm from Maryland. I lived in Hawaii. I've lived in Georgia, and I currently live in North Carolina. And moving here wasn't quite what I expected, but it was absolutely what I needed. The solitude of being along the coast and moving down here in the middle of COVID gave me the solitude I needed to figure out like who I really am and what I really want out of life instead of being caught up in the corporate job I had and raising children and making money and sending them to college and doing all the things that I did. I came down here and I knew no one. And I basically had to be, I thought I was already my best friend, but then I realized there was like a whole lot more. And I was actually searching for fossils that I have found that are millions of years old. And it brought me back to like that child that I was before I experienced any of my adversity. And I thought, wow, like all these years, like people always focus on like what you've done or what you've gone through. And there's a lot of focus on the bad stuff. And like the good stuff is like, oh, that's really nice. That's awesome. But ooh, like tell me all the juicy bad stuff. And I didn't want to focus on that anymore. I wanted to focus on who I was born to be. And then all types of amazing things started to happen that allowed me to write my first book, buy a 10-acre reforested farm, which has two distinct types of environments. So I was able to create two different distinctly types of hiking trails. My boyfriend is a master beekeeper, so we'll be building a living classrooms beehive and extracting honey, and he doesn't alter it in any way. So nature has always been my biggest cure for all of the adversity I've gone through. I've been through 3 car accidents, a respiratory illness, a horrendous divorce, and where I found the most peace, where I was closest to God, or my version of God, was in nature. And so that's where I've gotten to today, which in my next book is called Alexander, which I was prompted to name the worst part of myself, the part that you don't ever want anybody else to know about. It's your secret. And I named him Alexander because I was always intrigued with the Library of Alexandria from ancient times. And it just seemed appropriate because I always thought that well, I have 2 children, but I always thought that if I had a child, I'd name the child Alexander or Alexandria, but it didn't really seem to fit with my name very well. It was too many syllables. And so I thought, well, I'll just name this. But the book is all about absolutely 100% falling in love and staying in love with the worst part of yourself so that you can create the person and the that you want to be in this world and fulfill your purpose with love and not like revenge or anger or any of these other things that the rest of the world focuses on. So that's me.
Impressive.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. So, in case I didn't mention earlier, Amy is a regular roundtabler. She's been with us for several sessions. Great contributor. Always has something just amazing to say. Amy, what do you hope people get out of the roundtable? What do you think people should come to the roundtable for?
My second purpose for coming to the roundtable was this question exactly. I wanted to meet people who were actually doing what they said they were doing. You know, you're not like taking classes or offering pamphlets or giving funny little memes about being a writer or an actor or a dancer or whatever your art is. These people just don't talk about it, they live it. And sure, could I have taken some type of writing course? Sure. Could I have like signed up for some kind of program that says, here's how you be a writer? I mean, sure. But I'm all about immersing myself in experiences and learning firsthand. And everybody at the round table, they're mature, they're intelligent, and they're living their craft. And that's what I want. And they have extremely beautiful smiles when they're being mischievous. And their charm and charisma exceeds no other.
Well, thank you. I'll accept all of those, and to heck with everyone else on the roundtable. They're all mine.
Exactly, precisely.
So excellent, very good. So the last question, which you may have just answered, but I'll ask it anyway.
Okay.
What brought you to the roundtable? What made you say, I want to be around people who are actually working their craft and becoming good looking and handsome at it?
You forgot debonair.
Debonair, yes. At my age, I have given up handsome. I'm going for debonair.
Oh, awesome. That goes perfectly with your wisdom.
Yeah, people have often likened me to the Dos Equis man. I'm not sure why, you know.
Oh, the most interesting man on earth.
That's the most interesting man. And he looks marvelous. I tell you right now, he looks marvelous. So what brought you, Amy, author of White Heron, a creation story, what brought you to the roundtable? What is your goal, your desire, your interest? What makes you say, yeah, I want to go there?
Okay, Joseph, hold on there. Grasp yourself. Don't make fun of it. I'm being 100% genuine. I think I have known you a little over 2 years. And you like to be mischievous. You like to be mysterious. But there's one more M that you are, and it's magical. You you have this I kind of describe you as like a curmudgeon, like because you want you want you want people to have wisdom, to you want to be able to share your wisdom with people, but part of sharing wisdom is having the person receive it. And I feel like I've had to earn your wisdom, earn to be the recipient of your knowledge. Because you've kind of gotten me a few times, but I was like, you know what? I've got to come back for him. I've got to come back. And I feel like I can do that too. I feel like my comebacks have earned me some extra respect in the Joseph world. And
Yes, yeah. You laugh because of the Joseph world?
the
What
Joseph
the heck
world.
is that? But okay,
Yeah.
good. You're very
Yeah.
respected and loved and honored and all that kind of stuff.
And I thought that I had an inclination that you thought that, but then when you gave me feedback about the 3 photos that I sent you that you had asked for, I knew I knew what you thought inside. And that it really did touch me. It really did make me happy that I think in this realm, which is what I call Earth, I think in this realm we're friends. We talk. We have a certain respect for each other's intelligence and knowledge and life experience. I know, blah blah blah. But I think we have a connection in a different realm, which is what we've gotten from a lot of our experiences and how we've mutually overcome our adversity, even though we didn't know each other and we had nothing to do with each other, but we have a very deep understanding and connection that most people probably wouldn't understand.
I'm going to be flattered by that.
Good. Just say thank you and be done with it. Just say, come on,
Thank you.
just do it. Just do it.
Breathe, breathe, Joseph.
Breathe. You can do it.
In through your
I
nose.
know. You are warm and fuzzy, whether you want to admit it or not.
Don't you ever tell that
Don't worry, I won't out you to too many people except whoever watches this video.
I've been in the closet for so long, I'm telling you.
Nope, nope. That big, beautiful heart shines through.
Okay. Baboom, baboom. Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. It's good to know that somebody cares, likes me, aside from my dog and my wife. Anyway, thank
Your
you.
mom, don't forget your mom.
Oh, no. See, now if you knew my history, my mom did not like me.
Uh,
Notice the
she
confirmation
does.
there. I'm nodding. Yeah, she didn't like me. Oh, God. Anyway, that's for another. Um, Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today, with us, the royal us. All of us are here. Yes. Sometimes, all of them characters just begin talking and they overwhelm me. Anything else you want to add before we go our separate ways, you into the clouds and me into the mythic?
Hmm. I don't know. Last week you asked a question on the roundtable discussion on Facebook, and I didn't answer. But my initial thought was, since it is December and across the world we're all celebrating the gift of light, and so I like to incorporate light with love and magic, and so. I've always told my kids that Santa is real because of the magic he instills in kids' hearts. And so I thought maybe our roundtable discussion could be on the gift of magic.
I like that. That's good.
Because that's what artists do. People who are living their true craft
Yeah.
give everybody magic every day.
I might rephrase it to what brings you the magic, because of the psychology of questions. But I won't bore you with any of that. Very good. Thank you so much. This has been both helpful and wonderful from the beautiful Amy Olmedo.
Olmedo, yep.
Very good. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thanks, Joseph.
I'm going to stop recording now. Hang on.